Ruben Amorim wants to see his Manchester United side be brave at Arsenal on Wednesday evening. It's been a positive start to life under the Portuguese for the Reds, but the second-placed Gunners will provide a stiff test in North London. Although he admitted that Mikel Arteta's side are in a completely different point to us in their evolution, Amorim wants his side to be in control when we go head-to-head with the capital club. That's what he said in Monday evening's press conference held at Old Trafford. Head coach Ruben Amorim says one Manchester United defender could return as we face Arsenal in the Premier League on Wednesday night. Manchester United will have to make do without both Martinez and Mainoo at Arsenal on Wednesday. Both players picked up their fifth yellow card of the Premier League season in Sunday's 4-0 win over Everton at Old Trafford and must now serve a one-match ban. Mainoo, who was making his first appearance since the 0-0 draw with Aston Villa on October 6, was cautioned 4 minutes into the second half, before Martinez was booked just 2 minutes later. Premier League rules state that any player that amasses 5 yellow cards within their club's first 19 matches of the season must serve a one-match suspension. No other United players are in immediate danger of being handed a ban of their own. However, there is good news with the possible inclusion of Yoro in a matchday squad for the first time since his summer move from Lille. "We have one more training session to see it," Amorim said at a press conference at Old Trafford.
Long time to see.
We have one more training session to see it. Maybe Yoro is going to be in the squad. I felt that is in the good moment now. His fitness is better, so I think he is going to be in the squad. The rest I have to see it because some players were tired. We have to assess tomorrow in training. I think he's a special talent. We have to be careful in this first moment because we didn't have too many trainings together. So he's training not alone, but with a small group of players. He's really fast. He's a modern defender, and that is good when you want to press high, and you leave a lot of strikers, especially in this league 1-against-1. I think he can manage that. He's very good with the ball, so I'm really excited. I have to be careful. We have to manage the load and the minutes in the beginning, but I'm really excited to see Yoro playing.
Harry Maguire made his return at the weekend as a substitute, after being sidelined since the draw with Aston Villa, and Amorim declared that Luke Shaw is keen for minutes, as he continues to rebuild his fitness. Amorim also confirmed that skipper Bruno Fernandes is fit to play, but Johnny Evans and Victor Lindelof have been missing of late. With Martinez and Mainoo both ruled out of the midweek trip to the capital, we've had a look at different ways United could line up without two of their most important figures. 1. Shaw bags a start and Ugarte returns. Given Martinez provides balance to the back three by being left-footed, it would make sense to replace him with a left-footer. Luke Shaw is the most obvious candidate to step into the void Martinez will vacate amid his previous experience of playing as a center-back. Shaw made his third straight substitute appearance against Everton, climbing off the bench in the second half, and has now stored 98 minutes under his belt over the last 3 games. He has looked comfortable and should now be pushing for a start. Manuel Ugarte was a surprise omission from the starting 11 at the weekend, making way for Mainoo, but he will offer United the steel and grit in the middle they are likely to need at the Emirates. He has not started a league game since being reunited with Ruben Amorim at Old Trafford. 2. Maguire starts and Fernandes drops deeper. Harry Maguire was back in the squad and back on the pitch for the first time since October 6th against Everton on Sunday. He stepped off the bench in the second half, replacing Noussair Mazraoui with 56 minutes played. Maguire has demonstrated with England in the past that he is comfortable playing in a back three, but the prospect of him replacing Martinez would require a defensive reshuffle, given Maguire is right-footed and would be better on his favored side. Mazraoui has played at left back for United this season, meaning he could be an option to plug the gap on the left side of the defense. In midfield, Bruno Fernandes could drop deeper to play as one of the 2 central midfielders, just as he did against Bodo Glimt. That could open up a window of opportunity for Mason Mount to return as one of the 2 number 10s. 3. Yoro gets his debut and United go with midfield steel. Having not made the bench for any of Amorim's first 3 games in charge, the chances of Yoro making his competitive debut for United from the start away at Arsenal are unlikely. However, stranger things have happened. It is every United supporter's dream to see Yoro make his competitive bow and start to show why the club was so determined to beat Real Madrid to his signature in the summer. The consensus is that he will eventually become United's first-choice right-sided center-back. Casemiro, despite starting at the weekend, is a logical option to start against Arsenal because of his defensive nature. It would make sense for him to be partnered by Ugarte, who is also a defensive specialist. They performed well as a midfield partnership under Ruud van Nistelrooy. Meanwhile, Mikel Arteta is waiting on the fitness of some of his players. Despite grappling with a series of injury issues, Mikel Arteta and Arsenal have rediscovered their form. Although they're not yet at the point where all their first-choice midfielders are sidelined simultaneously, the squad is still plagued by problems, particularly in defense. Despite these fitness concerns, Arsenal have bounced back impressively, winning all 3 matches since the November international break and netting 13 goals in the process. Martin Odegaard has been instrumental in this resurgence, but there are concerns behind him as Manchester United gear up for their visit to the Emirates Stadium. Both Gabriel Magalhaes and Ricardo Calafiori were taken off early during the 5-2 victory over West Ham on Saturday, while Mikel Merino and Thomas Partey were also missing. Unfortunately for Arteta, that's not the full extent of the injuries. Takahiro Tomiyasu is another who has been out of action, while there may be some doubt around influential centre-back Gabriel, who is being treated carefully after picking up a niggle in the UEFA Champions League win at Amorim's former club Sporting. This game against Arsenal isn't just another fixture, it's a defining moment for Ruben Amorim and Manchester United. With key players like Lisandro Martinez and Mainoo missing, the pressure is on for a bold and tactical approach. Whether it's Luke Shaw stepping into the backline, Bruno Fernandes taking a deeper role, or Lenny Yoro potentially making his debut, all eyes will be on how United adapts against a high-flying Arsenal. Arsenal may have injuries of their own, but their recent form shows they're a dangerous side, especially at home. For United, it's about grit, bravery, and making a statement under Amorim's leadership. Let us know in the comments how you think United should line up and your score predictions for the match. And if you're excited for the new era under Amorim, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss any updates.